Okay, good morning class. So at this point we're looking at the control test that you guys have written. At this point you got your exam back and you got the memo in front of you as well as your scripts. Okay. So let's go. So the first question says, so you're writing, this is the control test 1 of 2023. So the question says, consider the following numbers. You got the square root of 25, the square root of negative 7, and you got pi. Which number is irrational? So if you put this in your calculator, you say, okay, you got the square root of 25, that is 5, so it's rational. The square root of negative 7, it's error, so that is either undefined or it's non-real. This is going to be a non-real number. The square root of a negative number is non-real. We're dividing by 0, which is undefined. Okay. Then pi, if we look at pi, we press shift, the button, whoops, shift. And that is your irrational number. Can you see that, people? So, what is your irrational number? Pi, non-real, is the square root of negative 7. Between which two integers does pi lie? Now pi was 3,14, not so. And the number carries on. So pi lies between 3 and 4. Or you could have written 3 and 4. Okay. The next question says, use a calculator to determine the fifth root of 3 and 3/17 plus pi to the exponent 7. So that again we punch in our calculator. We say the fifth root, so you first press shift. That root button there. Now we put the 5 in. Okay, the fifth root of, it's a mixed fraction. I press shift the fraction button to get it in that format. It's going to be 3, bring our cursor over, 13 and, over 17 plus pi, there's again shift that button to the exponent 7. 4,97. Because what they wanted to 2 decimal places. 4,97. The number that is following the 6 is greater or equal to 5. That is why it changes. Okay. You all okay with that, people? They get you 6 marks. Alright. Let's go to question 2. In question 2.1 it says, simplify the following completely. So what do I need to do is I need to multiply, get rid of the brackets. So 2x times 4x is going to give you 8x squared. 2x times 2y is going to be 4xy. That's going to give you negative 12xy. Negative 3y times 2y is negative 6y squared. So what do I do now is I look for like terms. So it's going to be 8x squared minus, now 4xy minus 12xy is 8xy minus 6y squared. Okay. So that gets you 2 marks. Next one for 3 marks. Now we check, this is a binomial by trinomial. Let's see if that is the special case that will result in the sum of difference of cubes. Is the first term squared? Yes. Is the middle term negative, which is opposite to the binomial? Yes. And the x times y is x times 2 is 2x. And is the last term squared? No. So can I do, will it result in the sum of difference of cubes? No. However, if this was a 4, yes, by all means, it would have resulted in sum and difference of cubes. But because it's not, and if I don't know how to check either, I would have just gone and multiplied the whole story out anyway. Okay. So x times x squared is x cubed, x times negative 2x is negative 2x squared, 8 times x is 8x, 2 times x squared is 2x squared, 2 times negative 2x is negative 4x, and 2 times 8 is 16. Of course, we're looking for like terms. So you're going to get x cubed, negative 2x squared, minus 2x, plus 2x squared cancel. 8x minus 4x will give you positive 4x plus 16. And that gets you 3 marks. Okay. In the description box below, you'll find a link to the paper and its memo. Okay. So here we got the binomial squared. So what we do, we square the first term, give me x4. Then it's going to be x squared times 2y times 2 is going to give you negative 4x squared y. The last term squared is going to give you positive 4y squared. People, if you can't do that, you don't know how to apply the binomial square rule. Write it out twice and multiply it. Okay, you should get the full mark there as well. In the next term, there are 3 terms, of course, getting rid of the bracket there. So x squared times 3x squared is going to give you 3x to the exponent 4 minus 4x squared y minus 4y squared. We'll agree with that. Please let me know if I'm going wrong. No? My girl, you're busy on the phone. What are you busy with? So now we're looking for like terms. So x to the exponent 4, 3x to the 4, negative 4x squared y, negative 4x squared y, and of course y cubed. So the y squares cancel, not so? Right, so so x to the exponent 4 plus 3x to the exponent 4 is going to give you 4x to the exponent 4, not so? Yes. Then negative 4x squared y minus 4x squared y is negative 8x squared y. That's your answer. Okay, any confusion there, people? Anybody that's confused here? Any questions? Feel free to ask. Yes. Alright, the next one is 3.1. 3.1, we are asked to factorize the following expressions fully. Okay, so if you look at the first, if you're looking at 3.1, what is common here? 5xy. So what are we left with? X minus 2y. And we can check it by multiplying it out. 5xy times x is 5x squared y. 5xy times negative 2y is negative 10x y squared. If we're looking at the 3.2, what are factorization here? Trinomial. Okay, so it's a quadratic expression there. So on the product line goes 1 and 1. For 18 is 1 and 18, 2 and 9, 3 and 6. Do we add or subtract? We subtract. So 9 minus 2 is 7. Not so? So it's a 1 and a 2 that goes in the bracket. And a 1 and a 9. What about our signs? Different signs. 1 must be plus and 1 must be minus. So the bigger product must be negative. And there's your answer. Okay. Let's go to the next one. 3.3, as you can see here, 125, the cube root of 125 is 5. The cube root of 27x cubed is 3x. So this is the difference of cubes. Difference of 2 cubes. Okay, so of course it's going to be a binomial by a trinomial. Remember, this trinomial won't factorize, okay? So cube root of 125 is 5 minus 3x. So what we do is you square the first term, which is 25. Opposite operation is plus. 5 times 3x is going to be 15x, and negative 3x all squared is positive 9x. Okay, is there any confusion there? No? Alright, let's look at the next one. 4 terms. 4 terms will result in factorization by grouping. Okay. But if you look here, I'm already seeing. Okay, let's just work it as easier. If we look at this here, there's nothing common there. However, we have 4 that's common here, which is y minus x squared. But there's nothing I can do thereafter. Not so. So what do I have to do? Rearrange. Okay, so let's put all the negatives together. So it's going to be x squared y plus 4y minus 16 minus 4x squared. Okay? So there y is common. I'm left with x squared plus 4. Not so? Here, what is common here? Negative 4. So I got 4 plus x squared. Now is x squared plus 4 the same as 4 plus x squared? Yes. So we can take x squared plus 4 out as a common factor. I'm then left with y minus. Any confusion here? You all okay with this? Right, let's carry on. The next one was for 5 marks. You guys messed this up. Some, yeah? People, if we had x squared minus y squared. What type of factorization here? Difference of two squares is x plus y, x minus 1. Not so. However, if you look at this here, what is the square root of a squared plus b squared all squared? A squared plus b squared. What's the square root of 4a squared b squared? 2ab. So which means to say I'm going to again go with the difference of two squares. Can you see that? The difference between two squares here. So we see that's going to give you a squared plus b squared, a squared plus b squared, plus 2ab minus 2ab. Not so? No. Now you say, okay, but what will happen if I put that there? So that's now going to give us a squared plus 2ab plus b squared into a squared minus 2ab plus. Now most of you got your 2 marks there. And you're seeing 5 marks. Yes, I got it in the bag. But no, the cat's not in the bag. Right. People, look at this fraction, this bracket. Perfect square trinomial. Yes. So that's going to give you a plus b times a plus b, so it's a plus b squared, and a minus b squared. There we go, that gets you 5. Okay. Mr. G, yes. People, next one 3.6. Question 3.6, what do we notice here? There's a common bracket given. This is swapped around, not so? So it's going to give us x squared into x minus 2 minus 7x. Remember, when you're swapping a binomial around with a negative, the negative comes out. Okay. So it's x minus 2 plus 10 into x minus 2. So we're going to take out x minus 2 as a common factor. You all agree with that? Then I'm left with x squared minus 7x plus 10. And looking at the second bracket, what do you notice? Trinomial is. What do we do with trinomial? Factorize the trinomial using the product line. So what goes on the line? 1 and 1. 1 and 10. 2 and 5. Do you add or subtract? You add. So that's going to give you 5 plus 2, and 5 plus 2 is 7. So it's a 1 and a 2 or 1 and a 5. It's an x and a 2 or x and a 5. What about the signs? Same signs. Now what do you notice here, people? They're the same. So this can be written as x minus 2 squared into x minus. You should have lost a mark, but I think because it was only 4 marks, it didn't penalize the last step. Okay. Alright. People, the next one says without. You see that in bold? Without, and nobody could do without. Huh? You got it? You got them all? Okay, let's see how you're supposed to have done. Okay, so what you do guys, you should see what's the square root of 1? 1. What's the square root of x squared? X. What's the square root of 20 squared? 20. So the difference of two squares can be applied in the denominator. So it's 1 plus 20 into 1 minus 20. Can you see that? Now 1 plus 20 is 21 times 1 minus 20 is negative 19. Not so? That cancels. So it's going to be negative 1 over 29. Yes? Who's Tina? Give Tina a round of applause. One day, we're going to all be like Tina. Huh? Just not today. Okay. People, 4.2. Simplify the following completely. Okay. So what we need to do first? Factorize that trinomial. So we know already how to factorize trinomial. I'm not going to write the product line out again. So it's going to be x minus 4 and x plus 3. Okay. So what's my LCM here? X minus 4 into x plus 3. Okay, why do I not drop the denominator here? Not an equation, it's an expression. So what must this first fraction be, the denominator be multiplied by to get its LCM? X plus 3. What must this denominator be multiplied by? X minus 4. What must this denominator be multiplied by? Okay. Keep the LCM. I know some of you lost a good couple of marks by my dropping the LCM. No? Keep the LCM. And if we didn't get penalized for it, remind me, I can take the mark off. Okay. People, that's going to give us 3x plus 9 plus 2x minus 8 minus 21. So what do I do now? Add like terms. Not so. So that's going to give us 5x minus 20 over x minus 4 x plus. So hang on. What is common here in the numerator? 5. Then I'm left with x minus 4 over x minus 4 x plus 3. So what happens now? Cancel. Leaves you with 5 over x plus 3. And that is how you get 5 marks. No? I know some of you left it in that format. No? And of course you're not going to get all the marks. We don't go all the way. Okay. Any confusion? Any confusion, people? No, not yet. Right. People, again 4.2.2. We got x squared minus x minus 2 over x squared minus 4 divided by x squared plus x over x squared plus 2x. People, what you need to do first is factorize. Trinomial. So it's x minus 2, x plus 1 over difference of 2 squares, x plus 2, x minus 2. Change that to multiplication, tumble and times. Not so? But factorize that x as a common factor, I'm left with x plus 2 over x into x plus 1. That is what we have. Alright, any confusion? So what do we do now? Cancel this. X plus 2 cancel, x plus 2, x minus 2 cancel. So this whole first fraction is gone, as well as the second fraction. If everything cancels, what are we left with? 1. And not 0, and some 0. Okay. You guys understand? This now became a massage parlor here. Massage the temples and all of those things. You okay? The maths is giving you a headache? Huh? Yeah. You must see, you just wanted to shine once. That's all you needed. No? To prove yourself. After that, you didn't work again. Right, people, 4.3. Nobody got this question. I can't believe it. Yes. A picture is framed. Okay, nobody that I have checked. No? Because I know it's the G mark and I moderate. Okay, so it might be somebody got it right, but the people who are checked didn't do it. A picture frame is using 4 rectangular pieces of wood, as shown in the diagram below. Find the area of the picture in terms of x. So how do you calculate the area of a rectangle? Length times breadth. Now the length of the picture is from there to there, not so. You all agree with that, people? So now we say, okay, hang on. This whole length here is 8x plus 3. Huh? So from there to there is 8x plus 3. Not oh, it's an x. Okay, but from there, that point to this point here, from that point to this point is what I'm interested in. So from there to there, firstly, as the x is omitted, that is also x, not so. So what must I take off? 1x from the 7x. So what do I have? 7x plus 3 minus x is going to give you 6x plus 3. That's the one. Okay. Now let's go on the other side, the breadth of the rectangle. From there to there is going to be, that's going to give you 6x plus 2, not so? But what I'm interested in is from there to there. Not so? So that is an x, and that's an x here. So it's going to give you 4x plus 2. Can you see that, people? So how do you calculate the rectangles? Length times breadth. So it's going to be 4x plus 2 times 6x plus 3. So just get rid of the brackets there. It's going to be 24x squared. That's going to give you 12x plus 12x is going to give you 24x plus 6. That's how you get 3 marks for that question. Okay. Who got this right?
The formula.
Oh my word, that doesn't even count. If I had to mark this, I would have given you 1 mark here, 1 mark there, and 1 mark for the answer. I would never have given you 1 mark for the formula. No? And if you're doing maths lit, then you get 1 mark for the formula. Okay. People, question 5. Come now, settle down. Solve for x. So what do you do first? You take that 1 over. Becomes negative 5x is equal to 6 minus 1. So it's negative 5x, 6 minus 1 is 5. Divided by negative 1 both sides. Sorry, negative 5 both sides. The answer is negative 1. Let's look at the next one, 5.2. Question 5.2. Firstly, we need to get rid of this bracket, not so? Alright, so it's going to give you a 9x equal to 4 minus negative 5 times 2x is going to give you 10x plus 15. X is one side, numbers are other side. So it's 9x plus 10x is equal to 4 plus 15. 4 plus 15 is 19, is equal to 19x. Divide by 19 both sides, x is equal to 9. Will you guys okay with that?
Yes, sir.
Alright. The next one. Now some of you went and you multiplied this out already. It's already factorized. And it's already equal to 0. So what do we say? 2x plus 1 is equal to 0, or x minus 3 is equal to 0. So x is equal to minus a half, or x is equal to 3. Okay, so already factorized. Number 4 is a trinomial is equal to 0. So it's already in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c. So already in standard form. Can you see that, people? If it's not in standard form, I must first get it in standard form. Okay. So that's a trinomial. It can factorize. The product line goes 1 and 3, 1 and 8, 1 and 8, the 2 and the 4. We add or subtract? Subtract. So that's going to give us 6 minus 4 is 2. Not so? So it's a 1 and a 2, so it's an x and a 2, a 3 and a 4. Okay, so there's a 3x. What about our signs? Different signs. The bigger product must be negative. That's going to give you negative and that's going to give you positive. Why? Because a negative 2 times 3 is going to give you 6x. That's going to give you 4x. Can you see that, people?
Yes.
So what we have is, now it's in the factor form, not so? So it's going to be the 0 factor rule can apply. So x minus 2 is equal to 0, so x equal to 2. Or 3x plus 4 is equal to 0, so x is equal to 0.
Violent learners who haven't seen Mrs. Allard can please report to a classroom now during first break. All violent learners who haven't seen Mrs. Allard to report to a classroom now during break. Chloe Euster, can you please report to the office? Chloe Euster, please report to the office. Thank you.
Alright, so in our lesson tomorrow, we will sort out this question. Okay, that is another paper. Please do not take your scripts home. Who's collecting the files? Who normally collects it? Who handed out the files today? People, enjoy the rest of your day. Good morning, class. Please come to school tomorrow, okay? And we're starting geometry, when we're done with the paper tomorrow.